Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers, a special edition of Robbie Rants Live, where we are going to announce the 3,000 subscriber contest winner. Sorry for the delay in the stream, everybody. We had some technical difficulties, but we have them all figured out now. So here we are, everybody. Let me know once you jump in. I'm going to let some people come in. We're going to announce this, but before we do that, we're just going to do a little bit of a little Robbie Rants Live. Talk about pop culture, comic books maybe, a little bit that came out today if you want to. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about real quick. I got a couple little things to show off and talk about. So a typical Robbie Rants Live, and once we get some people in here, we're going to announce the winner of the 3,000 subscriber contest, which is now closed. But the winner of that contest will get this Bronze Age Swamp Thing Volume 1 by Len Wein and Bernie Wrightson. It's the first 12, I believe, first 13 issues of Swamp Thing by Len Wein and Bernie Wrightson. Great stuff, plus the first appearance from House of Secrets, my bad. Really good stuff there. I don't have this. I had the original trade paperback. It was, I don't know, it was like from the early 2000s. I mean, it's probably not the original trade paperback, but the first one I had was, it was called like Roots of the Swamp Thing or something like that. And it only collected like the first 7 issues and the first appearance. But we're going to give this away tonight to someone that entered into our Facebook, YouTube / Pop Culture Philosophers contest there for 3,000 subscribers. And we're over 3,100. So thank you guys so much. It won't be long till we hit the next contest. Not at all. What's up? How are y'all doing? Unfortunately, we cannot, Chris. What's up, everybody? Jam, Jesse, Iron, Robbie, David, Chris, Rich, Thaddeus. Well, we'll definitely do one for the 4,000 subscriber. I said we wouldn't do another one till 5,000, but we'll definitely do one for 4,000. I want to do more contests. So I think I would love to give out some like books and movies that touch me, that things that I really, really like. And so that's what this is. It's Swamp Thing, and it's Halloween time. It's October. I thought it was very, very appropriate. It came out last week, so it's kind of new. That's really, really cool. No problem for the video this morning. There was a delay on that video. I had some issues with the internet, and obviously I had the same issues tonight. So sorry about the late live stream. But here we are. Anybody read anything tonight? Anybody read any new comics today yet? If so, what is your pick of the week? My pick of the week was Murder Falcon. I loved that book. Let's try not to spoil things. But what was your pick of the week? I want to know. I didn't notice an Infinity Wars price error, but of course I saw the surprise Venom variant. Venom, it was basically the same cover, but with the tongue sticking out. I mean, I like it when things like that happen. Unfortunately, it starts going up, and it takes the whole element of one of those things. It's supposed to be one of those things you just find, and you're like, "Oh, this is neat," and you don't even realize that it's something special, right? But obviously, with the internet and everything, it starts going up in price. But I think my shop got a very small handful. People that were down for Venom variants, they got it. Other than that, there it goes. But I didn't see an Infinity Wars price error. What are we talking about? Yeah, Chris, I've been live through 2, excuse me, through 2 Cowboys games right now. That hopefully that won't really happen again. Will it? Do we have another Sunday night game? That's the issue right there. Is that even though the Cowboys haven't really, we haven't really won a World Series. Oh my goodness, I'm still in post baseball depression right now. My poor Yankees. The Red Sox just kicked our tails. That's exactly what happened. But the Cowboys, they haven't won a Super Bowl in a long, long time. But they still have the draw. So they put them on in the afternoon game on Fox. They put them on in the evening game on NBC. It's really, really fun being a Cowboys fan because you actually get to see your games because, unless you get the, what is it, DirecTV's got something, or End Zone maybe, or something, Red Zone, whatever. But yeah. Oh, man, that sucks. Venom was great this week. People saying Venom's their pick of the week. Murder Falcon was great, Iron Monkey Fist 74. That was really good stuff. What's up, Just a Rican in his comics? What's up? S Squared, how y'all doing? What was everybody's pick of the week today, if you read them? No spoilers. What's on the Battle Line variant? Oh, it's $1 cheaper. Well, there you go. You know, Mark, I hope that the Cowboys don't lose, but the Jaguars are pretty legit. So, but we always wind up talking about football here on these live streams, and I love that. I think that's so fun. Like I've always had a dream of being like the guy on ESPN radio. I am nowhere near that smart when it comes to like football, for instance. Like baseball is more my thing, but I'm not even like qualified enough to really speak on it on that kind of level, like to do like ESPN radio. But it's always been like my ultimate dream is to do that. So I kind of want to do that with comics on YouTube, right? But I'm glad that we always talk about them. Well, Jacob, you know, boo Yankees. We our season is over. Boston or Astros, Dodgers or Brewers. I think it's going to be Astros, Dodgers, but I'm rooting for the Brewers because the Brewers used to be the team that the Huntsville Stars, which was a former minor league team here in my hometown, they were a Brewers farm team. So I kind of have a soft spot in my heart for the Brewers. So go Brew Crew right now is what I'm saying. But I don't want the Astros or the Red Sox to win at all. I wouldn't mind the Dodgers. I wouldn't mind the Brewers. I would like the Brewers. But at this point, whatever. S Squared said She Could Fly 4 was his pick of the week. I stopped reading that one after issue 1 or 2, I think. I'm waiting for it to come out in collection. See you, Thaddeus. We're about to announce it soon. Go Cubs, man. You know, my initial pick for the World Series at the beginning of the season was Yankees Cubs. I still want to see that. Thaddeus says go Stros. Because of you guys beating us in the ALCS last year. I don't really feel a lot of love for the Astros right now, but go Stros for you, buddy. Not very often, Iron Galactus. The surprise variant, I know they did one for an issue of Avengers where it was like Hawkeye had a mask on and something like that. It happens every so often, but it doesn't happen very often. So it was kind of a surprise. And we got very few compared to what we ordered. Dodgers beating Houston in 5 games of the World Series. That could happen. That could happen. It really could. I'm glad you liked Lollipop Kids. I thought it was pretty decent. It's been a lot of time setting up the story for me. But I might want to reread it and check it out. Aftershocks coming up right now. They got some great books. Today, Moth and Whisper. Number 2, Hot Lunch Special. Number 3, great comic books now coming from Aftershock. Mark says he likes The Last Space Race. You know, I kind of liked it, but I didn't know if I liked it. I don't know why I liked it, and I don't know. I liked it and I didn't like it. It's a weird, like, in-between state I'm on with that book right now, which means that it deserves a reread. I might need to reread Lollipop Kids. It was an interesting premise. I really liked it. It just took a while to set it up. I read so much, I have to sometimes axe comics. I've been consistently reading over 30 books for the last few weeks, and I'm like, reading 32 to 36 comic books in a row is sometimes I feel like I'm not given the best reviews sometimes on them because I'm just reading so many books. So I need to find a way to trim it down a little bit. The giveaway is for a Swamp Thing Bronze Age trade paperback volume 1 by Len Wein and Bernie Wrightson. To enter, we announced it last Wednesday. Me and Brooks did a live stream. It was a Facebook thing. You went on Facebook, you liked and shared and commented on that live stream. It's closed right now, but we're about to announce the winner. I got him down there in the magic hat. All right, Jacob, I have really liked Amazing Spider-Man so far. I thought this issue was fantastic. I thought it was great. Number 7 was really, really good. You said the last one you read was number 5. I like that first story. It's interesting, a nice setup. Hera, stop. It's nice. It's nice. Lay down, Hera. I got the puppy in here. But so I thought that the first story arc was pretty decent. Like Ryan Otley's artwork, I loved it. The second story arc, I really liked it. I like this idea of Boomerang kind of being his roommate. And now in the current story, Boomerang's getting Peter into some hijinks, some misadventures, and Kingpin's involved, and that new villain. And I really, really like Amazing Spider-Man right now. Savage Shores is great. I really like that book. I thought it was great. I think everything, almost everything that Vault Comics does, I really respond to. It's great sci-fi, great fantasy, and now delving into great horror and great historical horror, right? That still has a relevance in modern times. And that's one of the best things about these Savage Shores is that the themes in the story are still relevant today, internationally, right? Even though it's set in India in the 1700s, it's also a vampire story that harkens back to a certain pace that I think comes from I think it's like Stoker-ish, right? Like Bram Stoker. Like I'm a huge Dracula fan. I love that movie. I mean, not movie. I love that book. I love the original movie, but with Bela Lugosi, directed by Todd Browning. Love that stuff. My favorite horror film of all time. If you haven't watched my top 5 horror movies video yet, that's spoilers. Number 1 was Dracula. It's got that kind of feel, that kind of pace to me. I think that the execution with the script into the composition of the pages, using the 9-panel grids, the flow of the story. They use the 9-panel grid to get the reader naturally to go in an S shape, like a reverse S across the page. That's difficult, not usually done. It really helped. That page in particular stood out for me. It's when the dude jumps down, and it's just a great usage of the format. That was a fantastic book. Loved it so much. Yeah, we like doing giveaways. We've done a few giveaways here back in the earlier days, like I'm talking about a year or two ago. We did 100 subscriber to giveaway. I think we did 2, 3, 5, something like that. We did a giveaway to the expo last year. We're going to try to probably do another one this year. I want to do more giveaways because I like doing stuff like this. Especially, we got a lot of comic book fans here. And I like giving away comic books that I think are really, really good. No, Jacob, I no longer collect baseball cards, but I did when I was a kid. I did when I was like 8 to 13 years old. Baseball cards, football cards, and especially baseball and basketball cards. I was all over basketball cards. We're talking about the days of David Robinson, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Clyde Drexler. Those days, Spud Webb even. Come on. The heyday. My favorite basketball team of all time is the 92 Dream Team. I mean, come on. It's the greatest basketball team of all time. And basketball is about to start up. Go Lakers. Though I don't think this is going to be the year. West Conference is tough. But the Lakers are going to win a championship within 3 to 4 years. Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. There's a lot of them that are up there, but he's definitely one of them. I didn't read Juke Joint. I missed out on that one. What's up, Bobby? Pokemon cards, man. That's legit. I played the Pokemon mobile game. I read the first couple issues of that Peter David Scarlet Spider run. I wanted to like it. They made me no longer like Ben Reilly, and I love Ben Reilly. Scarlet Spider's my jam. Like, I loved that stuff back in the 90s. Everybody talks about how the Clone Saga sucks. There's a moment in there where that was some of the best superhero comics coming out of Marvel Comics. I'm not even lying. When they were first introducing the Scarlet Spider and stuff, yeah, it's very 90s. Yeah, it's very extreme, right? But that's still some very exciting and dynamic comic books, in my opinion. I have a soft spot in my heart for some 90s comics. It's a decade that gets a bad rap for a good reason, but it also, people overlook how the amount of some of the best comic books in comic book history came out during the 90s. Don't sleep on the 90s. But I love all that. I mean, I got really passionate about that, didn't I? I've been recently rereading the Clone Saga because I read this Venom book for an upcoming Comics Revisited, and it was a crossover between, it was the first appearance of Scarlet Spider. The artist of that book, by the way, was it Web of Spider-Man 118 or 116, something like 119, something like that, right? Whatever that one is. Stephen Butler, I believe is his name, off the top of my head, if I remember. He's coming to the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo in March, along with so many other guests. Marv Wolfman, George Perez, Karen Ashley, Walter Jones, David Fielding, Catherine Sutherland, Jake the Snake Roberts, Hacksaw Duggan. Man, the voice actors who behind Vegeta and Goku. my buddy Jeremy's put on the greatest show of his life here. It's fantastic stuff. I remember, yeah, Stockton and Karl Malone. Love that stuff. Charles Barkley. That was the heyday of basketball for me. I love that stuff. I did not hear that McFarlane was making Fortnite toys. I think Fortnite is some kind of game. I don't know. I am really not caught up or knowledgeable at all with most games, especially if they're modern. I'm a Mario guy. That's what I do. Like, and even the last new Mario game I played was the one for the Wii, like the Wii. So yeah, I'm not really, I don't know. Clone Saga is good, absolutely. So we're going to be giving away the Swamp Thing book right here, the Bronze Age Swamp Thing, Volume 1. All the entries are in. I have them all in this magic upside down New York Yankees cap. Unfortunately, the Yankees are out of the postseason, but we're about to announce the winner of that pretty soon. I do want to show off a couple things. I got this New York Comic-Con Carnage Pop Funko Pop from my buddy who was up there. Super thankful for you, buddy. Thank you so much. If you watch this, I don't know, but thank you. You know who you are. Fantastic. That was great. Also got another buddy who hooked me up with this Swamp Thing Halloween horror special, 100-page giant, the Walmart DC thing. It's got a Greg Capullo and Brian Azzarello Swamp Thing story in, a bunch of other stories that look like they appeared in previous like Halloween type specials from DC. Really cool. Very excited to get into that one. Very fun. Did anybody read the Curse Comics Cavalcade this week? This book right here. Anybody read that this week or pick it up? This was a fantastic DC comic. It's a Halloween horror type special. It's got a Swamp Thing story, Zatanna, Superman, Batman. It's got amazing talent behind it. Fantastic work from a lot of different writers and a lot of different artists. I just adored the hell out of this. This was one of those best holiday specials I think DC's done in a long time. Absolutely. David, I would say that Todd McFarlane is evil. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a fan of Todd McFarlane myself. He is an excellent toy manufacturer. Like, absolutely. Let's just be legit about that, right? Where did I put my monster? There it is. But he created Venom. So there we go. What do you guys got? We talking about, oh yeah, the Cursed Comics Cavalcade. It was so fun. I really liked it. I mean, just fun little silly stories. I really thought that my favorite story in it, okay, hold on, let me think. I actually thought that the Tim Seeley, Kyle Hott Swamp Thing story was really, really good in it. And I typically am not the biggest fan of some of Tim Seeley's stuff. I really like the Magdalene Visaggio Superman story. I thought that was really, really cool. It's kind of about like sleep paralysis, but it really is a story that kind of like what would make Superman afraid. And I don't know, I really, really like that story in particular. So is anybody here that entered the contest aside from David? Because I see David. What's up, David? Appreciate everything, homie. I thought the Guy Gardner story was actually pretty decent. That was one that I wasn't really excited about that much, but, you know, absolutely. I thought it was pretty good. Did anybody here read Murder Falcon yet? Anybody? If you read Murder Falcon, I want to know what you thought with no spoilers. So Iron Monkey Fist 74 and Jam, both of you are or have been entered into the contest. I read From Hell back in the day. And when I say back in the day, not when it originally came out, but when I probably read From Hell for the first time in the late 90s, early 2000s, like 99, 2000, something like that. It was like right after graduation, I think, for me, high school graduation. So I haven't read it since then. I noticed that they are reprinting it in color, and that's interesting. I have been putting together my top 5 favorite horror comics of all time for a video for next week, and that keeps popping up, but I don't have enough time to reread it. I think it's a great horror comic book, but it's not top 5 for me, so it's not going to make it. But it is really, really good. Jack the Ripper story. The movie is nowhere near the comic, but I do like the movie as well. Well, thank you. I like this shirt too. Skeletor. Skeletor's awesome. He's one of my favorites. I love Skeletor so much. What I still want a really good original Skeletor figure and a Panther. I want to reclaim that in my life. You are entered, Robbie. You read it? Did you like it? The Murder Falcon was amazing to me. I loved it so much. You know, I read the first issue or two of Extremity, and it didn't really catch on for me. I need to go back and read it because it's the same cat that did Murder Falcon. Iron Monkey Fist 74 seems to like Murder Falcon. Seems to. I'm really excited to give this book away, guys. I've never given something away live like this. So what are you guys going to be for Halloween? I haven't decided yet. I'm trying to convince Justin that maybe we can get a third person. We can go as the Beastie Boys, of which I think Justin would make a good MCA, and I think I would make a good MD. So we basically need an ad rock. So if any of my peeps locally are watching this at any point, just let us know if you want to be our ad rock. I remember liking Extremity, but for some reason it just got lost. What's up, Brett? How you doing, buddy? You didn't enter the contest, man. Why didn't you enter? You should have entered. You got a Swamp Thing book, man. You had a possibility. But I'm glad you're here with us. How are you doing? Did you pick up any comics today, Brett? If so, what did you pick up? Yeah, Kurtz, I agree. Murder Falcon was great. You know, I'm not the biggest metalhead or anything like that, so if there were some references in there, I missed it. But just even someone who's not part of that culture, it's a fantastic comic book. Well executed, perfection as far as pacing and art goes. The script was great. It was a really wild, zany, out there concept, but it still had like this subtext, this drama behind it, this tragedy that I thought was great. So good. So good. I thought it was fantastic. All right, so I'm not just going to stand here and awkwardly stare at you guys. Oh, I got an action figure to show off. You want to see one of my newest action figures? It's an Evil Spock action figure that I got super, super cheap. So that's why I picked it up. I'm a Star Trek guy, and I don't have an Evil Spock action figure. So I figured I'd check it out. So I got that, and I'll show it off. There it is. So for you Trekkers and Trekkies out there, long live and prosper. Even from Evil Spock. So here's the contest right here. These are the people who have entered. Brett says he got some Murder Falcon, Judge Dredd, and some Matina covers today. Heck yeah. That Suicide one was Suicide Squad. Was that one super hot or something today, I think? Something like that. Got Solo Blu-ray, but haven't watched it yet. I like Solo. I thought it was good. After you watch it, you should check out our Movie Monday review of it. We gave it a pretty positive review. We like it. We kind of dig it. I think it's in my top 5 favorite Star Wars films. So here are the contest entries to win the Swamp Thing book. You know, Iron Galactus, I love the moment in Solo where they make a point that Han shoots first. I like that. I think Ron Howard did a great job coming in to that project and taking it over. It had already kind of almost already been filmed all the way through, and he just kind of took it over. And I think it was a very fun, Western-y, train heisty type movie. I thought it was good. So let's see who won the contest, right? Let's go ahead and get to it. So once again, Bronze Age Swamp Thing, Volume 1, trade paperback, Len Wein, Bernie Wrightson, the first 13 issues of Swamp Thing, the original Swamp Thing, and House of Secrets 92, which includes the first appearance of Swamp Thing. The winner of this will be reaching into the Yankees cap, because even though we are out of the postseason next year, we're going to be definitely into it. And I grabbed one right there. So it's all balled up in this dramatic, a very scientific method that we use here. Oh my goodness, are you serious? David Hatch. David Hatch, you won. You actually won. That's pretty cool. David Hatch, you won the Swamp Thing Bronze Age Trade Paperback Volume 1 by Len Wein, Bernie Wrightson from DC Comics. David Hatch, you are the winner. I will get in touch with you to hook you up with that. Thank you for everybody that entered the contest. Thank you guys for just coming up to this cool, fun live stream that I do. I really like these Wednesday night live streams too. We typically do these, of course, on Sunday. We're doing another one this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Central. I do want to talk to you guys about a new show that we just started called Comics Revisited. We are going through some of the Venom comics right now because the Venom movie came out. Our movie review is up right now for Movie Monday. Movie Monday is going to be on a break next week, but it will be returning. Comics Revisited, the 3rd episode comes out tomorrow morning. It's going to be about Venom the Madness, the Juggernaut versus the Venom story arc, if you guys remember. Yeah, congratulations, David. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you, Brett. I'm glad you're liking the Comics Revisited. We're going to be doing Venom for a little bit. We're going to do, so that's me and Brooks are doing these Venom books. And we're going to go through all the Venom books, right? But we're going to do like the first 5 all the way through the Mace. Then we're going to do V for Vendetta. And I'm going to do that with Lance. And we're going to do that right in time for November 5th, right? Get it? That's funny, right? Then we're going to finish off this Venom stuff. Then me and Brooks are going to get into some Aquaman stuff. We're going to do Peter David Aquaman and Jeff Johns Aquaman. We're going to do that in December, celebrate the Aquaman movie. And then next year, I don't know when, but next year, these are the Comics Revisited coming. More Venom, of course. Warren Ellis Wildstorm work like Planetary, The Wildstorm, Stormwatch, Authority, Global Frequency even. You'll have those videos. We'll be doing The Watchmen in 2019, a very in-depth look at The Watchmen. We're basically going to be doing an episode per issue on The Watchmen, so it's going to be really, really fun. I got a great panel assorted for that. We're doing our research right now, getting it geared up. But those are some of the upcoming Comics Revisited that you have to look forward to in 2019, and of course this year. More Venom and Aquaman. We're totally doing some Grant Morrison stuff. We're eventually probably going to cover almost every single thing that Grant Morrison has done. And I think the first Morrison book we're going to cover is going to be Zenith, because that's one of his first ones. And that's coming in 2019 as well. So get excited for that. I'm excited for that. Well, I appreciate that, Chris. Unfortunately, Brooks doesn't have the time nor the luxury of getting an early look at the comic books, nor does he read as many comic books as I do. But it's nice to have Brooks come on to do things like Comics Revisited with me and Movie Monday and things like that. He's also been on the podcast and previous episodes of that. We are going to get back to the podcast soon. We still have some issues with some technical equipment. We're going to figure it all out. But the podcast will return in 2019. But I think the podcast is done for 2018, unfortunately. But it will be coming back. And, of course, Brooks is on a lot of those. And when we come back in 2019, we'll be doing more of an equal distribution of episodes about comic books and episodes about movies. So that's something I'm really, really excited about, to do more comic book content on the podcast. It's going to be a fun time. Anybody listen to the podcast? We have a lot of fun putting it together. I do also want to do more of these giveaways, and the bigger we grow, the faster we're growing here on YouTube. And thank you guys so much for that. It's like blowing us away over here. But the bigger we grow, the more giveaways, the more opportunities we're going to have to do things like that. So we're super, super cool. What's up, J Rocks? How you doing? Hope you had a good Wednesday. Did you pick up any comic books today? Yeah, did you read that Mojo book? I thought it was pretty fun. I actually liked it. I didn't think I would like it, but I did like it. It says it was written by Scott Aukerman. Is that happen to be the guy that does that TV show? I wonder, is that the guy? That's not the same guy, isn't it? Just made an order. Nice. What'd you pick up? Some of those foil covers were really, really nice. We're going to be wrapping up here in a very, very soon, in a few minutes. So any final questions, anything you guys want to ask, pop on in. We'll do another giveaway soon, especially when we hit 4,000 subscribers. So definitely like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. I appreciate everything. Like I said, Comics Revisited Coming tomorrow. Yeah, I can't remember if that's that guy either. Scott Ackerman? Anyway, Comics Revisited coming tomorrow. We're doing another live stream on Sunday. There will be a weekly pop culture wrap-up. There are a few things I all ready to discuss and talk about. Then the live stream on Sunday. No Movie Monday on Monday. We're taking a break for right now. But I got some really special plans for next October. Some very ambitious plans. Yeah, David, I like those foil covers. They're really funny. Well, thank you, Chris. I really appreciate it. You know, the Punisher Max stuff, following the Garth Ennis stuff, are we talking about Jason Aaron? If it's the Jason Aaron stuff, it's really good. It's got one of my favorite, absolute favorite Punisher scenes, period, in it. Great stuff. Iron Galactus, I have not really thought about kickstarting a comic, but I am in the process of starting to work on a comic book again. I've already edited a comic book with my buddy Lance called Black Spec. That's available in Comixology right now. It's complete, 3 issues, all ages sci-fi book. I'm very proud of it, but I am going to be writing my own comic book. I don't know how long it's going to take to produce, so maybe kickstarting it is something that I would consider. I don't know. The only thing that I've heard so far from the new Guardians of the Galaxy team is Cosmic Ghost Rider, Moondragon, Beta Ray Bill, and what was the other one? Well, there was another one. I can't remember what the other one was. I cannot remember right now. Beta Ray Bill, Moondragon, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and there was another one. Maybe more have been announced. But those are the ones I know of right now. And there's another one, but I can't remember who it is. Gladiator, that's right. Gladiator from Shi'ar. Yeah, Beta Ray Bill just came back recently in Death of the Inhumans. So Kate has plans for Beta Ray Bill and Cosmic Ghost Rider. So that's exciting. Very excited. This is going to be a cool book. Comes out in January, right? 2019 is going to be a good year for comic books and for PCP. The YouTube channel and podcast, not the trunk. We're trying to reclaim PCP back. I don't know why I said that. I think Gladiator could be really cool. I don't like his current role right now as the Emperor of the Shi'ar. So I think this could be a chance to get him back. You know, Donny Cates makes these like super cool, what ify, punk rocky, kind of just balls to the wall type stories, and I think they're really, really cool. So hopefully Gladiator gets made a little bit more interesting than he has been for the last few years. That'd be interesting. That'd be cool for me. Who's in the Guardian of the Galaxy? So we're about to wrap up. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this live stream. We'll be doing another one on Sunday, Robbie Rants Live, 7 o'clock Central Time. Hopefully no technical difficulties or anything like that. Congratulations to David. I'll be in touch with you about how you can get your trade paperback, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Thank you guys so much for everything. We really, really do appreciate it. Join us over at patreon.com/PCP if you want to help support this channel. But it's just enough support just to subscribe and to like and to watch these live streams and things like that. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, from everybody here at Pop Culture Philosophers. Keep on rocking, and you dig. We love you. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.